Every time I type an exclamation mark, I think about Elmore Leonard. I hosted an onstage interview with him years ago to discuss his novels and his writing techniques. Now, as the prolific author of Get Shorty, Out of Sight, and Rum Punch, which everybody knows was adapted into one of Tarantino's finest films, Jackie Brown, and called, and I love this, Cocktail Explosivo in the Spanish edition, he was a no-nonsense writer's writer who worked office hours and had a set of rules that included: keep your exclamation points under control. You are allowed no more than 2 or 3 per 100,000 words of prose. In the early years of my writing career, I also posted a 2-page spread from Rolling Stone magazine that featured Kurt Vonnegut Jr.'s 10 rules for writers on the corkboard above my desk. The first rule was tell a good story, and the next 9 were all the same. Keep it simple, stupid. I value both of these bits of advice and others I picked up along the way, but when aspiring writers approach me for guidance, I'm afraid I don't have anything as pithy to share as Leonard or Vonnegut. Recently, a young writer approached me. He didn't ask how to get published or if I would send his manuscript to my publisher, as so many have asked in the past. He wanted to know about my process. You know what? I didn't really know what to tell him. It took me years to figure out that my creative process wasn't so much a process as it was an ongoing progression. When I was starting out, I did research on the methods that other writers use to get their juices going. I tried some, took others under advisement, but nothing seemed to work. Then it dawned on me, to be truly creative, you really have to find your own way. Now, I could tell you that I enjoy sitting at my cluttered desk with my brass statue of King Kong to my right and a statue of the patron saint Andy Warhol to my left, that I listen to an internet radio station that promises never to play the same song twice in your workday, but breaks that promise on an almost hourly basis, that there is a bottomless 20-ounce mug of tea within reach at all times. I could tell you all those things, but they don't mean much. They are creature comforts, the things that surround me while I write, but they aren't part of my creative process. Neither is the time that I start typing, how many words I write a day, or how many breaks I take. These are all questions that young writers ask when they're just trying to find their way. Here's my advice, borrowed from Nike. Just do it. Put pen to paper, fingers to keyboards, or quill to parchment, whatever floats your boat. But just do it. As time goes on, you'll figure out your own process, and that will be the best method for you. It won't come easily, and it shouldn't. It's called a process for a reason, and the struggle will make you a better writer. I recommend lots of tea, but I hear other things work just as well. Or not. And that's the interesting part. There are as many processes as there are writers. So if you want to be a writer, get out there and find your own path. It is the best way. It's the hardest way, but it's the best way. You'll thank me for this advice one day, I promise you. And if you want to use more than 2 or 3 exclamation points for every 100,000 words, do that too. I'm not going to sit here in judgment of you. I'm Richard Krause. Stay happy, stay healthy. Don't forget to put words to paper. Remember, every blank sheet is just a possibility. We'll talk again soon. I'll see you at your book